guys, welcome back to Underscore. We're still here doing this thing.
But before we do this thing, I wanted to look at the voice actors of this because Ice made a pretty funny observation.
Yeah, like, I just want to point out, like, right before anyone says a fucking thing, like, I was right, one, about Michael Bell being in this, and he plays one of the coolest characters, but two, David fucking like, we were just reaming on the shitty
walked
voice
right
acting.
past him.
Yeah, we were just reaming on the shitty voice acting of those two Legionnaires. It was done by David fucking Hayter. So Solid Snake phoned that shit in.
Oh God, he was both of them.
Yeah! Talk to him. That was just normal David Hayter voice. You barely ever get to hear that. Like,
Yeah.
I've only ever gotten to hear David Hayter voice in the Old Republic until now, where apparently I just realized that was David Hayter.
It's always sad when you see a person's phoning stuff in. Like, my favorite series of all time, I'm not ashamed to admit it, I love the Dynasty Warrior games. I love all the Warriors games a lot. And but those games are notorious for having their content phoned in. Like, that is phone in the game series.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed
We have to go stop Lu Bu at Hulao Gate.
What?
Who's going to ride with me?
I loved it in the earlier ones. They mispronounced Sao P's name and they were calling him Cow P.
Because that literally... Oh, God, yeah.
For a while, it was like, Cow P.
Supposed to be...
Hello.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Soapy, or I think it's like Soapy, but like they're calling it Cowpy.
So now this guy, what makes this guy scary is that he just swings around like a freaking madman, even without a head. And he's got a lot of health. And you'll notice on the wall something's going on here.
You can tell because he has a lot of meat.
He also regrows limbs if you don't kill him fast enough, as you saw with his head coming back.
Stop oppressing him. That's how he thrashes.
Oh, there we
Now
go.
he's gone. But do you notice what's going on with the wall here? And the music, for that matter.
Yeah, but do you not have to stab him in the splacular? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I do have to. I do have to let him die.
Alright.
All right. So as you can see here, all those different candles were depicting different states of the sun. So they're telling you can extinguish candles. Well, where's the sun on this one?
Gone.
It's not there, which would mean that's how you solve that puzzle.
Oh shit! Can we just talk about the GameCube controller for a second, please?
You be careful what you say about my GameCube controller.
Yeah. I know. You're super fucking Nintendo fanboy, and the most I have to worry about is boomerangs with buttons on them. But I'm talking about how fucking esoteric the goddamn GameCube controller is, because they keep showing the shape of the fucking buttons anytime there's a prompt. Just like, bring up a fucking picture of the GameCube controller real quick.
Okay.
Fucking,
It's not that bad.
you've got the analog stick over here, and then you've got, like, the C stick, which is the right analog stick by any other name, but Nintendo was like, oh, we're gonna keep calling it the C stick.
These guys are still they're still headless
the
in here.
evolution of
Their lives are meaningless right now.
They're raving. It's their rave. They got, like, the fucking C stick. You know, it's the evolution of the C buttons, and then you got, like, you know, the other buttons aren't shaped like a button. A and B pretty much are your button-shaped buttons. They're, like, round. And you got X and Y that are doing, like, this fucking jelly bean dance. You know, like, you see them on the screen. They're, like, a couple fucking really depressed jelly beans going on, having an emotional issue. I loved that controller design. It was, like, kind of ahead of its time. It was super comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And the shitty part is you can see how, like, Microsoft kind of comped the idea of the analog button.
Oh yeah.
Positions from it.
Though here's the question. I mean, everybody is so used to having a C stick now, like a second stick. But back in the days of the Nintendo 64 controller, they were like C buttons.
Yeah.
And like the C buttons were really kind of frustrating for games like Jet Force Gemini and GoldenEye and stuff like that. But where it actually helped and where it makes this one game completely unplayable is the game called Mischief Makers, which is an awesome game that I love, but it is impossible to play without a C stick. Impossible.
Yeah.
I mean C stick, C buttons. Sorry, everyone. Anyway, there's a blow dart here.
Blow it.
I'm gonna take this blowgun. And you take this blowgun, and of course, in true horror game fashion, you can't keep it. Like, no, like you're gonna lose something if you take it. Oh, I broke my thingy. No.
Yeah, apparently what you lose is your fucking Achilles tendons. Because those things should have shot up into the back of your fucking neck!
Oh, and here's the third kind of zombies. Now, here's the hard thing. If I go and save this guy fast enough, I'll actually, I'll get something for it. Oh, gosh. Now, this blow dart poisons these guys, so they will slowly die. But, anyway, cool, so now that I saved him, I can take this short sword that broke, and I can run over to him, and he'll be like, man, thanks for that, bruh. Here, you want me to repair that sword of yours? And he repairs the sword for you. So
That's not how I thought he would do that.
Using the creepy eldritch magic that you also learned how to do.
That's all. It's kind of a neat foreshadowing thing, but it's also a kind of cool little sneak way to not lose your weapon after all. Now notice this cheap ass thing
I didn't
here.
know about that. I had to go through the rest of this with a fucking blowgun.
I don't know if you noticed, but this panel here, there's no way to walk around it. I'm basically forced to trigger it. That's okay. That's okay. I made it through.
Do that running.
I made it through the wilderness.
Somehow you made it through.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh shit. Nice.
All right.
So, a random fucking question for the both of y'all. Like, favorite controllers? Like, in the history of anything you've ever played, what was the most uncomfortable controller you've ever held, and the most comfortable controller you've ever held?
I like
The most.
I like the PlayStation 4 controller a lot, actually. I mean, it's pretty close to the 3, but just something about the way it fits is... Oh, really quick, this will show which is stronger. As you can see, Chataga zombies defeat... and he is just devouring that one. They defeat Xolototh zombies. This is kind of showing the how that works. See, he's able to take out all 3 of them. All by himself. All by himself. Anyway, I'm just gonna...
Rabbite whoop.
Anyway, the worst controller I ever used, the Dreamcast controller. I'm sorry, I love the Dreamcast, but that controller was so uncomfortable.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see
It was
that.
so hard.
Wow. Okay.
So
This is
uncomfortable.
interesting.
Okay.
You.
The best controller that I've ever used, I would have to say, was the DualShock PlayStation 2.
Okay, yeah, I do like that one.
Stop. Don't
It just felt good to use it.
Oh!
The worst one. Oh. The worst one goes to the Atari Jaguar.
Oh, I've never used it, so I wouldn't know.
It had like a 10 key on it, bulky. Some of the buttons wouldn't even work.
Rabbite, interrupt this cutscene and show that controller. Good job, Rabbite.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a brick.
You had best leave, young
I was
So my
I was-
least favorite
Find yourself
My
as
least
food
favorite
for the
controller
dead
was the
gods.
Sega Master System controller, which, you know, you kind of dealt with as a kid. But I was like ignorant, right? I didn't know
hello.
other controllers existing, so the Master System had an 8-way controller, so, you know, there was no plus, it was a square, and, you know, the diagonals were easily mapped out. And it had it did not have a plus, or it did have not a plus. Whoops! It didn't have a start or select. The fucking those 2 buttons were actually on the console itself.
Oh,
So if you wanted to pause any of your games, you had to get up physically and hit the pause button on the console.
ugh.
Which
Really?
yeah, it was the most fucking infuriating thing. And if you hit the wrong button, you just reset it, and you just lost everything that you were doing.
Okay, I hate to interrupt, but what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah.
It'll make more sense
got a-
later, but Mantrock gave her his heart. Isn't it sweet?
Heart of Darkness.
Isn't it cute? Wasn't it sweet? Also, that guy that just happened to her, we'll get to play as him later. That guy that was just there. So you can kind of look around this area.
This game does kind of a Quentin Tarantino bit of storytelling. And the most fun, most enjoyable controller I ever played with was the Dreamcast controller.
Oh Jesus, I hate that controller. So it hurt my hands just to use it. I have one. I just I don't know. Something about the layout of
Actually-
things.
I may have to rethink my choice. I mean, the Atari Jaguar was just horrible. I mean, I will not sing its praises. It was awful. But I think a worse controller to use was the Virtual Boy.
No, I never got to use the Virtual Boy.
That wasn't a controller, Azzy. That was an experience.
Well,
It
if
was
we're
trying-
using the Virtual Boy, then aren't the DS and 3DS like so uncomfortable to hold after a while? Like they just dig into your
Yes.
palms. I love
They're
them,
made-
but
I had to
ugh.
get a like any object that you're holding that is just a brick is painful after a while. Like I had to get a special edition to my 3DS to make it like an actual controller.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, I got the same thing, but even then I can't use it for very long. I mean, I used to be really good about games, you know, it's like where they had the mechanics where you could charge the buttons and all that. Whoa.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. See? And that's why I'm not worried. It's okay, buddy.
But
Come
no,
here.
I love
Come
the
here,
Dreamcast
sweetie. Come
controller,
here.
and everything good about the Dreamcast controller, Microsoft took for the Xbox 360.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually say something that's not very popular amongst people these days. Oh no! Get off me! No! Get off me! I actually really like the Nintendo gamepad. I think it's really comfortable. And yes, I am purposely letting my sanity just hit rock bottom right now.
Well, the thing is, the Nintendo gamepad is just a cube
Can't see
with
that.
buttons.
Oh, they're
Just like
blocking
the
it.
just like the Master System controller, it was a cube with fucking buttons. Oh, there's your handle.
I was never supposed to do.
See, I should have examined it, but like usually you would come in, when you first entered that room, it showed you that little thing, and oh god, let go of me.
Oh man, you're getting eaten out.
And then you walked into that room, and you examined it, and it says there's like a slot for something to fit in there, and then
And now the
point out
cameras
how
are all
like
wonky.
the
Oh.
yeah, you just point out how askew the camera is now.
yeah.
Outside of the fact that your fucking character just doesn't give a fuck about anything that's happening, just like yeah, whatever.
Oh, I went
all
the
these
wrong
blades
way.
and
I
crushing
went back to
walls
the
and
beginning.
whatever. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's just ow. Oops. Okay, maybe I should start carrying. Ow.
I knew that was gonna happen. That's okay. Oh no, my
well,
computer!
That's
Oh
the
no!
end of the fucking episode. Well, an amazing. Oh, that's not.
That actually got me.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, that actually got me.
Oh, I was waiting for that. For something like that. They're randomized what will happen.
That was pretty good.
That would have made no sense on a GameCube.
No, that's something that only makes sense on the emulator.
Yeah. Yeah. On that. Yeah, on those things.
Yeah.
It's making a mad run. Oh no, I ran out of energy. And now she's starting to babble incoherently to herself, but it's a little hard to hear right now.
It sounds kind of like someone taking a mouse and just slowly whipping it around a small cardboard box.
So you hear all that creepy chanting and
What?
stuff? That's all happening because of, because my sanity's at 0.
Because that's
The only problem is that you can't tell the difference between the crazy shit that's happening because you're crazy or the crazy shit that's happening because it's eternal darkness. You know? H.P. Lovecraft
But
is
we're about to
sticking
finish
his
this
wee-wee
area
in it.
right now, so...
Oh,
here
hey,
we
the
go.
camera straightened up and it stopped.
You should have run.
Instead, you will
I'm
die!
running.
Where is the essence of Mantarok?
What?
I ate it.
He gave it to me. I'm his true love. You can't understand our flesh-on-flesh love.
My hair's purple.
Where is it? I will not ask again, child.
So I'll just take it. Yoink.
You will succumb to the horrors
That was that.
Way to protect your charge, Manarok. Jesus.
That's not Manarok. That was Pius Augustus being a cunt, as he always is.
Indeed.
Oh, Bone Dad. You used to be cool. I love, like, you know, if you think about it, fucking Alex Roivas is just sitting there reading that shit, and after she's done, she's just a little bit more fucked in the head.
She's like, yeah, that was my. Why was my my grandpa studying weird things like this? Now this looks familiar.
And much like the cartoons of the '80s, we learned a moral that episode, and now we get to apply it in real life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wrong. There we go. See, speaking of controllers, to play this, I'm actually using an Xbox 360 controller, so it is very, very loopy for me right now. There's a message tube. Take that message tube.
Give me that message tube. All right.
It's an antique leather-bound message tube. Should Alex open it? Do it.
No! Oh, well, there's another fucking episode.
Oh.
Or book.
But first,
Page.
we get to meet Xelatoth.
Oh,
What is happening?
Your presence is welcomed, Majesty. As always, I am honored.
Our dealings are a pleasure to us both, then. He lies. As do we all. What is this flaw you wish to discuss with us?
My concern is with the other ancients. Ulyaoth, Shaturga. Should they unite with Mantarok, they will doubtlessly possess enough power to vanquish even thee.
As darkness abhors light, and light abhors dark, the others will not, cannot join forces. Mantarok will be bound, and the others will sink into insanity when I return.
Okay.
As has been foretold.
I was unaware.
There is much you do not know.
Dumbass.
Be certain to retrieve Mantarok's essence. It is
get
necessary to cement our place in your world.
Then what of Charlemagne the Frank? What do you intend for him?
The Frank is an instrument of light. He seeks to unite Europe under his banner.
With this in place, my guardians will be hard-pressed to perform the functions you require.
For your own schemes, Pius. Think of your future.
Then
Yeah, Jennifer Hale,
I'm
you
a
try
nerd
and hide
now.
the fact that you're Alex Roivas.
Sure, he is dead. Or insane. Or perhaps one, then the other. Just make sure he is removed from power.
of course, he is as good as dead.
Changy!
Mm-hmm. So each of the gods has their own personality, but in the case of Xelatoth, she has two. All right. So we're gonna find out what happened to Charlemagne the Frank on the next episode.
Oh God! Wait. Oh, I know. Oh God! Is this the guy who is in the fucking?
This is the guy.
cathedral?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
have
no idea what's gonna happen.
Oh, this fucking. This next part is gonna upset me dearly, and we'll find out next on the next episode of As You Did the Intro to the Outro.
Do I have to?
Do it.
That's the episode, everybody. Oh,
Underscore.
fucking! You fucked it, or I fucked it.